What's good, guys? It's your boy TD from Fantasy Good Sports, and we here on a Monday, guys. Hey, we get ready to go into your championship week. I won mine. Guys, I hope that you won yours. If you didn't, look, sometimes that's how fantasy go. You can't get mad at it. You make the right decisions, you live with it. So, guys, if I gave you plays that didn't hit for you, I apologize. It's how it go. But look, it's okay. We're gonna win these. If you win the championship game, we're gonna win it, guys. So look, just hit me up with your questions. Other than that, I'm kind of just gonna start ranting. I'm going over some things probably that I think you might need. Um, Going into championship week. So starting off, Jalen Hurts. I want to talk about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts. Look, guys, you might can pick him up if you got a quarterback that's not been giving you the boom that you need that he gave you through the season, right? So Jalen Hurts hit his ceiling he hit the ceiling this week, right? And then last week he gave you a minimum of 20 points. That's his floor. His boom is up to 40. He's a running quarterback. In fantasy, running quarterbacks, they boom, guys. So you have to play these guys. What's going on, Patriot King? He said, I finally made my first fantasy Super Bowl. Bro, did I have anything to do with that? If I had anything to do with that, bro, hey, I'm so happy, bro. I want everybody to win. I hear a couple guys have told me that they didn't win, and I feel bad about that, guys. So, what's good, Marvin? What's good, bro? How you doing? What your league look like, bro? He said I helped him out a lot. I appreciate it, Patriot. I appreciate it, man. Don't blow smoke. If I did, man, let me know, man. Cause listen, the truth will get you better. So if you like, nah, man, you actually gave me some bad plays. Cause I was on Irv Smith. Logan Thomas said, I've been telling y'all Logan Thomas all year, right? I'm still going to Irv Smith. If I got Logan, that one league I had Logan, I didn't go and switch them out. I'm not going to switch out streamers. But if I got to pick between two guys, Logan Thomas and Irv Smith, I'm gonna still do that. So sometimes fantasy work out that way, guys. So I just want y'all to know, like I'm not trying to cover, like if I give you wrong things or wrong players to play, but sometimes the right play doesn't get the right amount of points. You get it? Sometimes it don't happen that way. Irv Smith dropped the touchdown. He haven't been dropping balls the whole year, but he dropped the one. So it is what it is. Logan hit. I'm glad if y'all play Logan. I'm glad. I love Logan, but I just like Irv Smith ceiling a little bit more. So Marvin says, man down by 17 and 1. I got Pittsburgh D. You think I could win? Yes, you can. Yes. Against Cincinnati, you can win with that. I usually I'll be like, no, bro, that's a lot of points. But yeah, that Pittsburgh can sack them a lot. Make a pick. It's a lot of stuff that can happen with that defense. Marvin says, in my other league, I won by 170 to 130. Okay, that's good, bro. I'm glad. Patrick King said, what Super Bowl quarterback should I start? It depends on what's left out there for you, Patriot King. It depends on what's left out there for you. I like Ryan Tannehill. I love Ryan Tannehill. I like Ryan Tannehill. I like Tom Brady. I like Tua. I like Lamar. Maybe not as much as last week this week or however you want to say it, but I still like Lamar. I like Pat Mahomes. I love Baker. This is Baker week right here, guys. Baker gonna smash. Baker is the streamer. Baker will smash. And guys, I'm gonna do a waiver wire video tomorrow. The reason why I just got home late and I want to go live. I want to give y'all that every week. I can't do a video and go through all the waivers and then do the live and have enough time to do everything. So I want to apologize. That's why I'm trying to grow as a community. That way, guys, I can quit my job and just do videos all day and give y'all exactly what you need. Marvin says, going against my brother in the finale. Wow, Marvin. Wow. Patriot King says, I have Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady now. Trade Russell Wilson for Lamar Jackson. If you want to, bro. Lamar don't got the smash play. He don't got like the Jacksonville this week. He have the Giants. That's a little iffy sometimes, bro. With the Giants. Giants defense isn't bad. But I like Russell Wilson. I like Lamar Jackson over Russell Wilson. Actually, man, let me look at this. Bro, actually, I'm gonna have to tell you, Tom Brady might be even a better play. Like I feel you with the run upside with Lamar. Like if I got Lamar, I'm not going to Tom Brady. But if I don't have a quarterback and I'm streaming one, if I'm gonna pick up one between Lamar Jackson and Tom Brady, I'm picking up Tom Brady because of the matchup. So he playing the Lions. The secondary is not good at all. Jeff Okudah is out. I love Tom Brady this week because of the matchup. But if I got Lamar, I'm riding with it. Lamar's been too good. Russell Wilson, I don't know. I feel, guys, I feel you about Russell Wilson. And he's playing a DK stopper. He's playing Jalen Ramsey. So that's, yeah, I get it, guys. Marvin says, bro, Kyler came in clutch again finally. He was healthy. And I told y'all about that. I was like, if you don't want to play him, I get it. But I think he's healthy. I think the shoulder injury is getting better. And it showed. What's going on, Surfer 69? What's going on, bro? He said that Jalen Hurts call you have me lock me into the chips. Thank you, bro. I told y'all could play him. So, Surfer, tell me who you played Jalen Hurts over. What was your decision? Guys, let me know that. It helps me out. Patriot King says, should I try to trade for Patrick Mahomes? Yes, if you can. If you can trade for Pat Mahomes. You do that, bro. I don't know what kind of league you in, but if you can trade for Pat Mahomes, I would do that. Jalen Hurts has a nice matchup, but it's not the matchup that I think has. Well, because I think the Cowboys actually it's a rival game. But the Cowboys think they can get in the playoffs, so they're gonna play tough now. They're not gonna lay over for Jalen Hurts and let him go out there and score another 40 points. So they're gonna be trying to blitz him and make him make quick decisions and not let him get to the edge. But he's good at what he does now. He's been doing this for years. He's very good. He's poised. Patriot King says, should I trade for Patrick Mahomes? Yeah, okay, so I answered that already. Luke, what's going on, Luke? Hey, I appreciate you being here, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'm even in the off season, bro. I'm gonna prepare y'all for your drafts. But Luke says Mahomes is going for 40 Sunday. Yes, I believe so. I mean, if it ain't 40, it's gonna be one of the top 5 quarterbacks, right? Surfer says also, so he chose to play Jalen Hurts. He had asked me, should he play Big Ben, Jared Goff, Jalen Hurts? And he said, I put Hurts in at 2. Wow. So he decided to go with Hurts. I get it. Good decision, Surfer. Hopefully, guys, I can help y'all out even more when I help y'all draft. So listen, I've been hearing a lot of professionals talking about who they taking in the first round. They're like, they're not taking backs next year. Guys, guess what? I didn't take a back either. That's why I'm in a championship game. So my money league, I had 2 money leagues. One of them, I was in 7th place. I didn't make it. The other one, I'm in a championship game. I beat my player out by 40 points, 50 points. I had Lamar Jackson that I held on to, and I had Tyreek Hill. That's the guy I feel like that is the first pick of the draft. Like now, number 1, maybe not. Maybe I take my chances with CMC this year. But later going on, like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm taking Tyreek Hill right there because he's injured. He's not injury prone. So that's why I would take Tyreek Hill, guys. Taking backs can be iffy. Let me see. Yep. So Marvin says praying for a pick in today. Yeah, pick 6 today. Okay, I'm sorry. He said he praying for a pick 6. Bro, you should get one. I think you got a chance, bro. Don't stay in there, Marvin. I really believe you got a chance, man. Cincinnati is they offense suck, bro. So yeah, bro, I think you got a chance, a real good chance. Surfer 69 says your exact advice was Hurts has a good floor with the Russian and has the highest ceiling. Okay, excellent advice. Thank you, bro. Going to make money because of that intel, bro. Appreciate that. Guys, listen, I always leave it up to you. I'm never gonna like say you better play this, but my advice. So I'm consulting you. It's your team. You need to lose the way you want your team to lose. That's why people say, "Well, now tell me what you would do." Well, what I would do is a whole totally different plan. Now, when I tell y'all, if you follow my draft guide and you draft the players that I help you draft, then that's different. Then I can tell you, like, I know this is what I told you. But when you did your own draft, to sit certain guys will mess your whole team up because you drafted certain guys and picked up certain guys off the waiver wires for certain issues. And for me just to ignore that issue and just tell you to play that guy is in a vacuum and is not very accurate. So what I tell you is I frame things for you. But that's why I love the consultation, because if we do the consultation, I can examine your whole team. You tell me who you pick, your bell cows, and I can give you a play. But just to ask me out of 4 or 5 guys in a little paragraph, it doesn't do justice. So, but yeah, guys, tell me what, like some of the advice that I gave you, if it hit, if it didn't, guys, that helps me get better. I'm looking for that, not trying to, because I know you don't want to like, well, Terry, you gave me wrong information. We know fantasy, it can happen, right? But it helps me gauge so I can get better. That way I'm like, okay, well, that didn't work out. That's that thought process. So I know the number one I know is Irv Smith Jr. and Logan Thomas. I told you to play Irv Smith Jr. and I still will. I love Logan too. That's why those guys I've been talking about. But I think Irv Smith will have a better career than Logan Thomas. So that's the reason why so next year I might wait to get a tight end. I might wait to the round 12 and pick up Irv Smith Jr. because I like him. You know, people might get Logan Thomas in round 6 or 7. So that it's different things, different strategies. Guys, smash that thumbs up button while you coming in. Guys, help me, moderators. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Look, I'm going to give you a lot of information in the offseason, a lot of draft strategies, a lot of players that's coming out of college. I got a lot of things for you guys. And also, guys, I'm about to drop that documentary. It's coming soon. I might drop it fast and upload. And if I don't drop it tonight, it's coming no later than the 23rd of what I told you. But so Rex, what's going on, Rex? What's good, bruh? Rex says, I won my week going to the championship. I'm so glad, Rex. Appreciate that, bruh. That you telling me this, man. I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you, man. Patriot King says, TD, the most shocking part about it is my whole entire roster caught COVID, and I still took them to the Super Bowl. Exactly. That's how you play fantasy, bro. No matter what happens, I'm gonna survive because I bet you, Patriot King, you kept working that waiver wire. If you work that waiver wire, guys, you're gonna be ahead. Like I probably had, if let's just say the next guy below me had 50 moves for the waiver wire, I probably had 85. I'm always the highest guy that works the waiver wire. Good job, Patriot King. Rex says Davidson popped off yesterday. Do you think I should play him over Brandon Cooks in my flex next week? Have PPR? Okay, let me see something real quick. Okay, let me see something real quick for you, bro. Okay. Yeah, bro, you're gonna have to play him. You're gonna have to play him. They got a smash matchup against the Bengals. And he's doing what he did, like, you know, he had 11 catches, bro. So if you don't got another better back than that, then it's okay to play him, bro. But in a vacuum, you would be like, no, don't play David Johnson. But I don't know what your team looks like. So by him doing what he did last week, yeah, you play him, man. Yep. So you play him, bro. So let me see some other things and stuff. So let me talk about Josh Allen. Guys, Josh Allen, if you're playing against the Patriots with Stephon Gilmore out for the season, that's a smash play. You play Josh Allen, they playoffs, hopes are over. Josh Allen would do fine against the Patriots, guys. So don't doubt that. He said Watson over Herbert. Yes, bro, because Keenan Allen, I didn't think he was going to do good. Bro, I feel you. So So I appreciate the intel. So yeah, bro, I'm still going with Watson over Herbert when Keenan Allen is out. Well, they saying he's going to be out, and they saying Mike Williams is going to be out. Like I'm not playing a quarterback like that. So I'd rather go down with Watson than to play a Herbert. And so basically what you're saying is like it's hindsight. So you tell me right now, bro, if they say Watson, they say Kiki QT gonna be out, Brandon Cooks is out, and shoot, Hunter Henry. Who are you playing? Are you gonna play Watson, or you gonna play a quarterback, or you gonna play Sam Darnold? Like you got to make those decisions before you see what happens. So the best play is to tell you to play the guy that has his weapons, that's healthy. So you can't go with who scored the most points, because somebody gonna outscore somebody every week. But you got to go with I played my play. I drafted this guy. He still he did what he did. He didn't. Or the guy said he was hurt and he overcame the injury. Like I'm not playing a guy that's talking about his injury. He haven't practiced all week. That don't mean he's not going to score high. You say Herbert is a beast. Yes, he's a beast. But if Keenan Allen and Mike Williams don't say they played, they did do far as like what you call a decoy. Hurts over Herbert. I've been rolling with Herbert. Wait a minute. So Rex Captor says, what defense do you think I should stream next week? Bears or Washington? Okay. Hold on, guys. So Ravi, you going to I haven't played Watson since he was Fuller. So you drafted Watson. So when Fuller out, so you gonna go like so I don't play in a league, bro, where I got Watson and Herbert out there on the waiver wire. So if those guys are out there, it should have been a better quarterback than those two. Like I never been in a league where Watson or Herbert, those type of players at the end of your playoffs are out there on the waiver wires. I never been in that type of league. So I'm not going to stream players. That's like me going to did you go stream a play over Russell Wilson? I don't care if Russell Wilson scored 5 points. For you to go stream a play over him is wrong. That's now if you hit with that, that's great. That's great assessment, whatever. But I'm never playing nobody over my bell cows that I drafted on my team. Oh, okay. Okay, so you picked okay. You okay. Well, you had both of them on your team. Yes, you can go to Herbert. So there's nothing wrong with that, bro. But I'm just playing Watson over Herbert with the hurt guy. So, but I respect what you did, bro. And my bad about that. But I'm sorry. Let me go back up, guys. You said Watson got more points than Herbert in my league. Wow. Okay. And Ravi says, I haven't played Watson since he lost Fuller. Okay. Patriot King says, Brandon Ayuk is a monster if you have a chance to pick him up. Exactly. Brandon Ayuk is one of probably the best young receivers coming out, guys. Yep. Brandon Ayuk is probably, to me, a second or third round pick. Easily. Now, it depends on what guys are being left out there. If you got guys with higher ADP left out there that people missed over, then you might pick another receiver before him. But I love Brandon Ayuk going into next year. Robbie said, it's all good, bro. Much love. I feel you, bro. I feel you. But listen, guys, this is only reason why I broke that down, Robbie, is because I'm more into like, okay, let me ask you this. Say is you got CMC on your team, he's healthy, and say you got Alvin Kamara. Who do you play that week, right? So you play with your guy that if you draft the CMC and they say he got a little toe injury, but he gonna play, you kind of play if the guy, as long as he practice, right? You play him. So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes with fantasy, it's not the results. It's your players that you put into the game that has nice matchups and game trends. That's what it's about before the points ever come out. So I just want y'all to get that, engage that, because I see a lot of stuff in not just my channel, but other channels where they ride the fantasy guy. And I'm like, guys, what y'all expect? Like, tell you to play Cole Beasley over D Hop. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that. It was like, do I play D Hop or do I play Terry McLaurin? And then D Hop doesn't have a hit a ceiling, and then Terry McLaurin hits his ceiling that week. It's still Terry McLaurin, still not better than D Hop. And I'm still gonna play D Hop, right? So I just wanted to put, I know you, bro, ain't no, all good, bro. I just wanted to paint that picture to make sure everybody understand that, because it's not the results that tell you about fantasy. It's to like, okay, at least was the guy getting the targets? Was he in the lineup? Let me see. Surface says Mike Williams might not get the stats like Keenan, but he requires a lot of attention in coverage. Yep. Beast receiver and opens up the field for everyone else. He does to eat. They weren't. I had them both. Okay, we already read that. What's going on, Travis? Travis says, right, I'm not starting Tannehill over Wilson, but it bit my opponent yesterday. Exactly. So I get it. Like, even though Tannehill had a great game, and you said you're not going to start him over Wilson, I get that, bro. I feel you on that, because that's Wilson. If you sit Wilson and Tannehill has a dud and Wilson goes out, you're gonna feel very sick. Not just because you lost, you're gonna feel even sicker. Like, man, I'm done. I done some dumb stuff. So certain rules that I just have. So guys, you already know, like, if y'all ask me to vacuum, I'm gonna answer the question. But just to go off of my guy that like my boom guy, my top 5 quarterback, I'm never gonna go off none of those. Top 5 running backs, top 5 tight ends, never. Unless you in the championship game, is guys left out on the waiver wires, like you got Travis Kelce or Darren Waller, who should I pick up? That sometimes that happens. So Big T, what's going on, Big T, man? I'm glad to see you here, bro. What's good? He said I got Deontay Johnson and Big Ben, and he got Pitts D. I'm down 32 points. Who you got? Okay, you said I got Deontay Johnson and Big Ben, and he got Pitts D. I'm down 32 points. Who you got? Bro, I like your chances. You got Deontay Johnson and Big Ben. Those are the guys that's going to get most of the points that you know going to get points tonight. Unless Deontay come out and drop the first 3 balls, Deontay should eat tonight. Even though he got Pitts D and you down by 32, that don't mean that, man, because Big Ben probably going to have 32 by himself. Big Ben can get 32 by himself, and then another 15 from Deontay, bro. And so, yes, he might get 15 points from deep because the defense say that Cincinnati don't score that much, but you're going to be well capped over that because 32 alone is just going to be by the points that you down. And then the other players should eat. So both of those players, man, if I had to ask you to pick up 2 players to try to combat those 32 points, it would be Deontay and Big Ben. So I think you're okay, bro. Rex says, what's going on, Rex? Rex says the Bears are going against Jags. Washington is going against the Jags. Washington is going against the Panthers. I don't know which defense to play. Please help. You said Washington is going against the Panthers. You said the Bears are going against the Jags. I will go against the Bears against the Jags because the Jags don't look like nothing right now. Surface 69 says, think Devontae and Rodgers will have a big bounce back game next week. Yes, they killed a lot of people too. They killed me in one of my leagues. My free league that I had one, like, I only lost 2 games. Devontae killed me. So this has happened. I'm glad it wasn't my money league, right? Let me see. Travis says, game flow and matchups very important. Yes. But would you start Montgomery over Chubb next week? Chubb playing New York Jets, Monty playing the Jags. So those are the same. This is the same type of question that we were just talking about earlier. Both of them got smash plays. So they both are bell cows. You can't really sit neither one of them, but I see that you got a lot of good players, so you might have to sit one. I get that. So with that saying, that's rough to sit Chubb, but the Jags, you got to play Montgomery. So I'm going to tell you to play Montgomery. But most of the time, man, I would not ever tell you to sit Chubb, even with Montgomery, because Chubb's just a beast. But it's championship week. I get the matchup. New York Jets defense a little bit stronger against the run than the Jags. So I'm going to tell you play Monty. Travis says Big Ben will eat tonight. Yes, I believe so too. Big T says, bro, I'm hoping so, man. I was projected to lose by 30. My friend is stressing. Okay, I got you. Sam, what's going on, Sam? What's good, bro? He says, for next week in PPR Flex, should I go Evans, Landry, Gaskin, if back, or E. Sanders? So, let me see. So, for next week in PPR, for your Flex, should I go Evans, Landry, Gaskin, if back? Whew. I'm going to say Landry. I love the matchup that they got, bro. Let me make sure, because they got the Jets, man. Landry gonna kill against the Jets. He's a slot receiver, man. So I like play Landry, bro. Rex says, I don't know your team, but I would try to get Chubb and Monty in my lineup. Me too. But see, Rex, them guys got so like when you got Watson and Herbert and Chubb and Monty, that's a different type of league. That's like an 8 to 10 team league compared to me and you. We don't see those guys out. So, but I get it. It's championship week, so he got those plays. So me too, man. That's what I would tell him. But if he got to choose, I'm gonna say Monty. Ryan, what's going on, bro? Ryan says, sup, dog? I'm losing by 5, and I have only the Steelers D left. You think they can get over 5 points and get me the my leads chip? Yes, bro. You good. You got 5 points coming for them this week, bro. I promise you. If he got another player, then you might want to be a little worried. But if the only thing out there is the defense and 5 points are you down by, bro, you got this. You got it, Ryan. You good, bro. Travis says, bro, very articulate. Thank you for your help. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. But I feel bad because and he said he was, we just talk going at it. But Ravi, hey, he was telling like, man, you told me to play Watson, and that makes sense. I would say that, especially what Herbert was going through. So that lets you know, like when you see those type of games, sometimes you're like, Herbert is a beast. He don't need Keenan. Now, he was playing against the Vegas Raiders. Bruh, if Derek Carr plays, even though it's not defense, it still makes a different game script. Maybe Herbert struggle a little bit more because Derek Carr was about to get hot, and that just puts a little bit more pressure on a rookie, right? His mentality changed just a little bit. So, but yeah, I get it, bro. But I appreciate that, Ravi, because that's gonna help me gauge, bro. Okay, yep. But yeah, guys, smash that thumbs up button while you're here. I appreciate you being here. This is a great community, guys. I'm gonna give you a lot of info in the off season. So I'm gonna at least do 2 to 3 videos a week, guys. And probably more because I'm gonna be doing basketball, but I'm talking about just for football. Just for football. I'm gonna still give y'all a lot of stuff. I got a Patreon coming. I got some draft stuff coming, guys. Trust me. We about to be in this championship thing. Because I'm in here with like my team that I drafted, my players, they boom. Lamar Jackson. See, listen, a lot of you not talking about Lamar Jackson, but I told you not to drop him. You do not drop. Now I got smash plays. Now they playing the Giants. It's a little tougher this week. But look what I had the last couple of weeks. I had smash plays. Tyreek Hill. He's matchup proof. A lot of you playing Michael Thomas and talking about, well, Michael Thomas let me down. Yeah. Because he's not as good as Tyreek, and I said what I said. So JC, what's going on, JC, bro? He said, I thought about starting Santos, but went with Sanders at kicker. If I started Santos, I win. Bruh, that's why I don't play kickers. I don't even know what to tell you about those kickers because I don't really know. Like, I know game floor, like you want a guy that's going to get in the red zone a lot or have some long kicks or can kick long field goals, right? Give you more points. I don't like kickers decide. That's not right for kickers decide you in fantasy. I feel like you should go to IDP. Now, if you got IDP and kickers, that's fine. But I love IDP. I don't like kickers or DST. DST is fine. I'd rather do IDP instead of DST. But Big T says, my friend played Wilson over Herbert in my keeper league. I'm down 32 points. Would have been a good game. Yeah, okay. So he says, my friend played Wilson over Herbert in my league. I'm down 32 points. Would have been a good game. Yeah. Yeah, I ain't mad at him though, man. I'm not mad at him for playing Wilson over Herbert. I'm not mad at him, bro. This is how fantasy go. Look, I beat my cousin this week. I ain't called him and talked no junk because he had players with COVID. His players didn't boom. He had been doing great all year, killing all year. He had Travis Kelce, Keenan Allen, killing Matt Ryan, DeAndre Swift. But I beat him this week. He didn't make bad plays. He started Tim Patrick. It's just how fantasy goes. But sometimes it's little things, little trends that you can catch on to that hold true. They make you a better fantasy team. But they're not like things like starts and sits that much, because usually you're not sitting or starting like you're not starting weak players, or you're not sitting your bell cows. But sometimes that you have to make those decisions. Hopefully you make the right one, right? Let me see. So yeah, Ryan says, you doing fantasy basketball? Yes, I am, Ryan. I'm doing fantasy basketball. Travis says Lamar might be quarterback one for the playoffs. Yes, he is. Because trust me, I know. I've been holding on to him. Inceptivis. I'm sorry, Inceptivis. He says, Russ or Hurts next week. Bruh, that's I know Hurts got the Cowboys, but man, I just don't like sitting Russell Wilson like that, man. But man, whew, you got to do it, bro. This is just a certain time. It's the Rams, Jalen Ramsey, DK had a little injury. So yeah, man, you can play Hurts, bro. I'm not gonna say it's a smash play, but you can play Hurts. Rex says Zeke was out, so Pollard could eat. Yep. Excuse me, guys. Yep. Pollard. Hey, I played Pollard. Big T says I started Marvin Jones Jr. over Tyler Lockett. Yes, that was a good decision. And my one league got him off waivers and few wins before the game. A few minutes before the game. Okay. Good job, bro. Because Matthew Stafford played. Remember, I told y'all if Matthew Stafford plays, it takes you play DeAndre Swift and you play Marvin Jones. Now, if he don't play, I don't play those guys. Now you would think, well, if Matthew Stafford don't play, they're gonna run the ball more. But guys, that stops the run game. All your good players helps everybody. So good receivers help running backs help receivers, quarterbacks help receivers and running backs. And offensive line help everybody. What's going on, Matthew? What's good, bro? How you doing in your league, man? Let everybody know. What's going on, Matthew? Oh, you lost, bro? Okay, what happened? Why you lose, bro? Matthew says he lost. TJ Hawkinson, he only got me 0.8 points. He didn't do anything after that fumble that wasn't really a fumble. I swear, ref or blind. Yeah, bro. So listen, within the locker room of a team, when we are preparing, so if you go out as a running back and fumble, if you're not a bell cow, if you ain't putting no work in this league, like in the NFL, that played a lot of good games, they will bench your ass. They will put you down. They don't play that. They don't got quarterbacks can throw picks and everybody okay because usually they really good players. Receivers, you drop balls, you fumble. The quarterback not going back to you. I even seen it with AJ Brown one day. I forgot, it was like 2 games ago, and Tannehill was going. He was out there feeding AJ Brown, and the first 3 passes AJ Brown dropped, and then he fumbled the 4th one after he caught it. That was it. Corey Davis had like 14 catches. So when you do bad things, man, sometimes they ain't got time. They got other good players that they're gonna keep their eye on. So TJ is young, so he has to keep his game status up high. If not, they were like, well, you young, I'm not gonna waste my time. You see it with Aaron Rodgers and MVS. Devontae Adams can drop 2 balls in a row, and Aaron Rodgers going right back to him. If MVS drop 1, he done for that quarter. This is how it is, man. So this is how football go, man. Other sports might not be like that, but in football, if you turn that ball over, you have a big turnover or a drop ball wide open, they're not gonna go to you if you're young. Now, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, one of those guys, they drop, nobody's gonna they're gonna go right back to them because these guys are great. They just had they couldn't see the ball or something. But when young players drop, like TJ Hawkinson, that's what happened, bro. Let me see. So Big T says, I knew I should have started Tannehill after the fact. He even told myself to start him if Stafford plays, need Big Ben to pop off. Yes. Yep. I knew Tannehill was going to have a big game. Now, listen, guys. So let me tell you. So I had Lamar Jackson. I knew Tannehill had a possibility of outscoring Lamar, but I wasn't going to stream. I know Lamar might be a bad example, but I'm not going to go sit Lamar and go stream another quarterback. Like even Ryan Tannehill with his boom potential, I wasn't going to do that. But yeah, I knew Ryan was going to hit, bro. Matthew says, I played Devontae, then T.Y. had a all right game. Akers busted for no reason. Yeah, he got hurt, man. It's just how it go, guys. I'm sorry about that. Like Devontae did what he did. T.Y. had an okay game into the end, and then Akers just bust. It happens. Bruh, TJ Dub for me too. Dud it for me too, yep. Big T said TJ dud it for him too, yep. Mike T, what's up, bruh? He says, made the finals in my league as Ebron doesn't get 60 more points than D. So Matthew, this is what I want. Okay, so Matthew says, I'm still super happy. This was my first fantasy season doing the draft. I didn't know the difference between a wide receiver and an RB. Now I'm a huge football fan. Thank you. So Matthew, did I help you out? SB says, will you be around and posting some videos in the offseason talking about next year's early round players to target, bro? Yes, I will, bro. I'm gonna give a lot of that. That's what I'm gonna be doing the whole offseason. Fix on my Patreon, and I'm giving y'all some deep stuff. Now, my Patreon, I'm gonna leave for my deep stuff, but I'm gonna give y'all a lot of good stuff on the YouTube, guys. So I got a lot of stuff coming, guys. That way y'all start forming like my opinions about players. And if you like it, you can stay here at the channel and draft that way. And I will, guys, I will show y'all my championship. I'm going into the championship next week. I will show y'all my championship results. Because I really believe, I feel like all my subscribers should have a piece of Lamar Jackson, Tyreek Hill, and what's another player that I was heavy on? And Terry McLaurin. Now, Terry didn't hit like I wanted him to. I also DK. I've been on DK. So guys, I'm gonna give you players like that. Matthew says, I also had Russ. He's been great this year, but I'm picking up Jalen Hurts now for my final week. I got it, Matthew. Inceptor says Andrews or Hawkinson next week. Woo. Let me see this real quick before I give you that. Because I would like to tell you Andrews, but bruh, it's even. But I think you can play Hawkinson against the Buccaneers. Now, if he go out and drop a ball, he might not get that work. Now, Andrews, no matter what he does, he's going to get work. So he can start off as a bad game. He can drop 3 passes. He's going to get work. Lamar Jackson not going to go away from him. Now, Hawkinson has a lot of upside. Hawkinson can give you 20, 25 points. If he hot, he catching the balls, he's splitting the defense. But if he drops the ball or fumbles, Matthew Stafford's not going to wait on him. He got Jones out there, and he got DeAndre Swift that he can be getting the ball to. Matthew says, you helped me out a ton. I had no idea I'd go this far. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that. Rex says, same, Matthew. I appreciate that, Rex. I did not know anything about football until this year. My dad got me into it this league, and I'm in the championship matchup now. Proud of myself. I'm proud of you too, bro. Fantasy made me want to join my high school football team now. Wow, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, guys. I love fantasy football. I love regular football, guys. But yeah, guys, like I was telling everybody early, man, I'm gonna drop that documentary too. I'm I might drop it tonight, but I might just wait till the 23rd. But guys, I'm so excited. I might just drop it tonight. And and then it'll be out there for y'all to watch. So I might not be able to do the premiere. But I'm at least gonna do the promotion. Like I got a little trailer. So I might drop the trailer on YouTube. Yes, I say Andrews over Hawkinson too, man. The reason why, man, just because Andrews, no matter what happened, he's gonna stay in the game. He's gonna get a lot of snaps. Hawkinson stuff can happen where, like you said, happened this week, where he did not get any more targets if he drop a ball or fumble or something. I don't believe that'll happen, but it can. So, yep. He said, yes, Andrews did get a touchdown. Yes, he did. Hawkins can get him too. Rex says, I have Gaskin. I'm going to try to get Ahmed off Ravers. Yes. Good idea. Big T said, I dropped Andrews and kept Hawkinson. Hey, I'm not dropping Andrews. It's certain players that I'm not going to drop. But you kept Hawkinson. I got it. But no, man, you can't drop like starting tight ends like that. See, that's things that you're going to have to keep checking in with me, Big T, because sometimes you just got to keep a player so other people don't get them. So, but I get it though, because Hawkinson upside, he's young, he's talented. Andrews, it's a COVID season. He got a diabetes. He could be out for several games. I got it. I understand. That's why I never like drill y'all when y'all do some of this like drop good players, because sometimes I get it. If you don't have an ideal of what you're doing, yeah, you'll drop them. Inceptor says, I'm dropping Hilton. I get it. I was expecting more from him against the Texans. Yes, but you had to play for that upside. Guys, there's no way you should be mad at T.Y. Hilton or what happened with T.Y. Hilton. There's no way. This is fantasy. If you think that you're going to play those type of boom players and they're going to hit every time, it's not going to happen. But you got to put the play out there for it to happen. So playing T.Y. was a great decision. Great decision, Inceptus. Big T said, yeah, someone scooped him up real quick. I know, because I know. Yes, T.Y. just wasn't getting the targets. Rivers was feeding the other guy. Yep, and that happens sometimes. So, I mean, it's like this, Matthew. Say you got Julio, he goes off 3 games in a row for 40 points. Do that next game, just because he's been going off for 40 points, do you sit him? Because, well, look, they're going to stop him this week because he's been going off. You still can't make that play, right? You still going to play Julio and just let him do it. Because you don't want to stop no type of trend. What if he go for 8 games? You don't want to be the one that I didn't play him and I lost, right? So sometimes, guys, making the right decision doesn't get the best results. It's said to say it's all good. I got Woods, Ayuk, Deontay Johnson, and AB. Yeah, you got a killer, bro. You got Woods, Ayuk. I love Ayuk, and I like Deontay Johnson too. He's a target machine. And AB got you that one this week. Yep, AB got it. So I'm not saying I would start like AB gonna kill, but that's like Tampa gonna be hard to stop. Yep. So yeah, guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in to my channel, guys. You know I'm not perfect, but if you go back and check my videos and stay true to what I was saying, guys, I did pretty good. I probably was like a 70% on all my picks. Now picking players in a vacuum, it seems like it stands out like a sore thumb when I give you like a couple grown players that don't boom for the week. So I can remember Devontae Booker and I remember Irv Smith from last week. That happens. I still like those players. I still like him. So I just want to build, like, get y'all ready for you. I'm not trying to, like, oh yeah, what's wrong, what's right. I just want you to understand, like, week to week matters. So one week Irv Smith might hit, then the next week another guy might hit. But that don't mean they not Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce can hit every single week. These tight ends, it's trends, and then they go down, they go up. So you just got to make the best player that you like. So I remember a guy hit me up and said, "Man, I'm playing Logan." I say, "Okay, that's fine." And he hit for that. He stayed with Logan. I had told him about Logan. He stayed with Logan. Do you think, Matthew says, do you think you'll make some dynasty football content in off season? Yes, about cussed. Yes, that's what I'm trying to go to, man. I want to be big on dynasty. So I'm gonna give you a lot of dynasty takes. My league is starting dynasty next year. That's awesome, man. I want to get into the dynasty league, but I don't have guys. Guys tap out against me, man. They don't want to play because they know how serious I take it. So I'm looking for a dynasty league for guys that take it serious so I can get in one myself, bro. And Cedric says, out of those 4 receivers, I name which one would you bench next week? Okay, let me look. So, bruh, I'm definitely not sitting Ayuk. I'm not sitting Woods. I don't think I'm sitting Deontay. So Ayuk, Woods, man, you might have to sit AB, bro. Sit AB. That's what I tell you to sit out of that group. AB. Matthew says you should make your own fantasy Discord server. I'm about to, bro. I'm gonna do that through the off season. I got time. Right now, I had to go straight into the season with COVID. It was just so much going on. I didn't want to get on other platforms. But next year, guys, I'm gonna be on all Twitch, whatever platform. I'm gonna be on there. But you says you should make your own fantasy Discord server. It's a good way to grow because you could invite friends in there and talk fantasy. Okay. My biggest regret is trading Cooper Kupp and DeAndre Swift. Yeah, DeAndre Swift, not Cooper Kupp, because I can understand Cooper Kupp. He's up and down each week, but DeAndre Swift, his upside is crazy. I knew at the end of the being he would be like being in a bell cow role. For Crowder and David Johnson, yeah, before Swift started doing good and Kupp was doing bad at the time. I get it. That's why you can't drop guys. So, guys, I got a lot of bad comments on some of my videos because I talked about Swift and some of these guys ahead of time. Lamar Jackson, Marquise Brown. People in those videos still got those comments sitting there. But what they going to say now that Lamar Jackson is doing what he's doing? So you got to – I don't drop players. It take a long – like if I got Swift and I believe in him, it's going to take 4 to 5 weeks before I drop him. I'm talking about put him back on the waiver wire. It's going to take 4 to 5 weeks. If you go 5 weeks, it's just terrible game script. Like even David Montgomery. If I'd have been a David Montgomery owner, I wouldn't have dropped him all season. I don't care. I'm not dropping him because I know he's a starting running back. And he's getting them starting running back totes. But Matthew says that's rough. Yes, it is. It is. But hey, it's just how it works. Guys, we learning, right? The special one says, hey, TD, I started Dobbins over Pollard, so now my matchup is close. Okay, that's fine. And you still didn't make I still think you did a good job, bro, playing Dobbins over Pollard. I need you to score less than 16, and I'm in the finals. What are you thinking? Win a W. W. I don't think Juju going to get all those targets. Now, he can. We don't know who that player going to be. It's going to either be Claypool, Deontay, or Juju. So you praying for Claypool and Deontay and Ebron. You praying for those guys. So I think you got a W, bro. So you saying you can't have anybody score over 6. So you don't, long as Juju don't score over 16, you win. So yeah, bro, I think you got a chance. You got a chance. I would say if you want to give me a percentile, I say you got a 60 out of 40% 60-40 split of you gonna win. Yeah, bro. Yes, guys. So, guys, let me ask y'all some questions. The little guys that said before I go, just to help me. So, guys, do you feel that are my takes too edgy? Do you think I should tone it down? Do you like the picks that I'm doing? Do you see anything that I'm doing worse than any other channel? Do you think other channels, their not their like background and their equipment, but do you think their takes is better than mine? Do you think their players are better than mine? Mike T says, for my wide receiver 2 next week, Deontay or Woods? I'm thinking Woods, bro. Let me make sure. Let me look at my rankings. I'm gonna go with Woods. Bro. Those two good players, but I'm playing Woods over Deontay just for the fact that Deontay got to compete with Juju, Ebron, a lot of people, even though he's the number one but it's just a lot of mouths to feed. Woods is only Woods and Cup. So it's only 2. So that's the reason why. The matchup too. So so the Rams are going against Seattle, but the Steelers are going against I'm sorry, damn, I had this. The Colts. The Colts defense is pretty good. So that's the reason, bro. Those 2 reasons is the reason why I picked Woods. Big T says I dropped full of V after he got 0-0 in week 2. Yeah, I get it. But guys, I talked about Fuller. I said Fuller was going to be a top wide receiver, and the guy hit me up on Twitter and said, bro, all them injuries, what are you talking about? And then we tweeted what he said, and he was like, bro, you was right, my bad. So yeah, Will Fuller, man, I get it. But I would have never dropped him because his upside, I love those type of receivers. See, I'm giving y'all golden nugget. Those receivers that's fast, that can stretch the field, that you need a safety over top, you need 2 guys. Those are the guys that you draft. Not you can take D-Hop, you can take Michael Thomas, but they will get stopped. They can double team. But when you have a fast guy with a good quarterback, that boom, those 40 points that he can go for, those are the guys that you get. I'm giving you, that's a golden nugget now. That's Patreon stuff, but I'm giving it today. That's my receivers, all my top 5, 6 receivers. If you ain't a burner, like where the defense is going to have to put a safety over top, it's not worth me taking you in fantasy because I can get the same value later. So I want a guy like, that's why Tyreek Hill is my number 1 receiver. That speed is, that's why he scored 67 points. And that's why D-Hop and Julio ain't scored it. Julio in his day and time cutter, but he's a little older now. But he's not young enough to do that, right? So you take each year you're going with that player for that boom. Boom wins. Not the floor, the ceiling. So Matthew says Swift is 100% a first-round pick next year. Yes, in most leagues he will be. Matthew also says, I think he's a top 3 for Dynasty. He's a top 1 or 2 or something for Dynasty. I agree with that, especially in Dynasty. Inceptor says, I think you're doing good. Thank you. I appreciate that, bro. Mike T says, same. Okay. Matthew says, yeah, you killing it. The special one says, yeah, you got great info, man. Better than most. I appreciate that. You are doing something right for sure. I appreciate that, bro. Depends on if Deontay pops off this week. I like that. I like that, bro. Everyone remembers to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Yes. No, you can't sit Woods against the Seahawks. You can't. You can, but I'm playing Woods. I'm just thinking off gates. You're hearing Woods going against the Seahawks. I'm playing them. And Seth says last time Woods played Seattle, he got like 10 points in PPR. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. Okay, that's good information. But that, man, I don't know if that's a pattern or something. Maybe that's just a random game. Rex says on the other side of the playoffs, one guy is down 42 points, and all he has left is Claypool. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Probably. That's like a 10% chance of happening, maybe even less. So yeah, guys. But yeah, guys. But I feel like my players gets like I see guys they talk so guys they giving you start telling you to start Julio and D Hop. You never gonna tell them that they wrong. You get it? You get why I knew my mission statement was to like talk about players that people don't want to talk about, because he give me like most channels I see like they give you a top 24, right? And then they go into the games and say stars and sits, and they don't never say start nobody edgy. They's talking about starting. Let's just say, let's look at the game. Okay, let me give you a game script. So okay, we did the Steelers and Bengals, right? They were like, yeah, the Steelers game start Juju, Claypool, Ebron, and Big Ben. Then they go to the Cincinnati. Yeah, start T. Higgins. Okay, but somebody might have Gio. Somebody might have to play Gio. That's the other teams is good. So guys, so it's a trick. I'm giving y'all some nuggets right here. So when they never talk about edgy players and never tell you like, oh, this guy over this guy, then they only talking about bell cows. I could talk about bell cows and I'll probably be like 95%. If you just so next year I'm gonna do like stars and sits on the Patreon. That way I'm gonna give y'all so you can go to the Patreon stars and sits. But starters and sits with like bell cows, you always starting your bell cows. You always sitting the guys that you don't know nothing about. So when they roam, that's only like a couple, like 10%. So they like, oh, I'm 85% for this week. Bruh, you didn't make no. So like if you ask a guy who you starting, Irv Smith or Irv Smith Jr. or Logan Thomas, they don't do that type. They just, oh, I'm starting the tight end for this team and I'm starting tight end for that team. They're not going to compare players. So I want to give y'all a breakdown of players because I know sometimes you don't have those bell cows. I'm mostly doing deep team stuff, not 18, 10-team leagues, 12, 14, 16-team leagues where you got to go on that waiver wire and get somebody that's not a great play or a great name. Let me see. So Acceptor says last time okay, you said this. So Rex says on the other side of the playoffs. Okay, yeah, I read that one. Okay, I'm sorry. Matthew says I could win if the Steelers D gets 46 points. Hey, I ain't even gonna say that could really happen, but it's possible. It's possible, right? They just about five picks for a touchdown, right? Matthew says not happening. I got you. Yes, channels talk about the obvious. I agree, bro. I try not to do that. I try to be a little bit more cutting edge than that. He says most channels never talk about Tyreek Hill. They bring up people who had one good game. You way better than them. I think so, bro. So that's what I'm getting at, man. I don't know, like, man, guys. I still think my channel better than any of those guys. I know you might say, what they way more wrong than I am. They a lot like right now, guys. Go to the number one. I know the number one and number two fantasy football YouTube channel out there. Go to them and see what the guys they went on Antonio Gibson. Guys, if y'all would have been with me, I would have told everybody, all my subscribers, you would have drafted Antonio Gibson. You would have had DeAndre Swift in the top 5 rounds. You would have had Terry McLaurin. Now he didn't do great, but I still like Terry. You'd have had DK. You'd have had Tyreek. You would have had Lamar Jackson. I'm a zero RB guy this year. So basically, I would have telling you like take your RBs at the end of the draft. So you was getting guys like who was like late round? Who was some late round picks? Like I got James Conner up into like, and then James Robinson was out there. So I had I didn't have James Robinson, but I had Conner. So Conner was good for me up until like week 9, week 8. So I was killing. And then I moved, and then guys always appear off the waiver wires. Leonard Fournette got traded. So you always gonna be able to get backs to stream. I'm not going to get 4 straight running backs, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th round picks. They don't boom enough. Those guys, if you can draft 4 Christian McCaffreys, then yeah. But if you drafting CMC, then you're going to Miles Sanders. Like Miles Sanders is not a bad player, but I'm not taking him in my 3rd round pick. It's a receiver out there that's gonna boom way more than he is. Like DK. Like some people took Miles Sanders before DK Metcalf. Come on now. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm like, no, I'm on DK. It's edgy. But people, oh no, this is what you should do. So guys, I think you have to know fantasy to know what I'm telling you. And a lot of you do. You know, like, yeah, Terry, you're giving us great stuff. So I just want to let y'all know that, guys. I'm not ranting today, but I just want to, because I want y'all to hold me accountable. But I don't want y'all, oh, Terry, you said play Jordan Akins. And like, yeah, that's one player. Like if your team built one player don't make me. That's why I don't go on channels and ask them who to play. Now I'm pretty good at what I'm doing, but one player's not gonna make my team. So right now, I told my cousin, he had Keenan out. I said, if Tyreek Hill out, I'm still gonna win. And on my fantasy team right now, Tyreek gonna score 15. I'm up by 40. My team was made through Lamar, Tyreek too, but AJ Brown. That's another guy. Guys, AJ Brown. That's another guy. I was on him. Guys, go look at my old videos. And when I said my top 10 receivers going into the 2020 season, guys, like 7 of my guys are on that list. DK, AJ Brown. I had Tyreek Hill number 1, and he's number 1. I'm the only fantasy channel to have him number 1. Ain't nobody else that had Tyreek Hill number 1. AJ Brown, I had him like number 3. Because I know what I'm looking at, guys. So I just want to give y'all, let you know what you're looking at. Because now I'm edgy. You can nitpick a play that I tell you to play and say, oh man, that was crazy. Yeah, but go back if you draft. So that's why I want y'all to get with me. Guys, this is very important. Make sure you stay with me all seasons. That way we'll be on the same level with drafting. I'm a great drafter. That's probably the best thing that I do is drafting. So, guys, I didn't got on one. I'm sorry about that, guys. But, yep. So, Devontae is way more consistent than Tyreek. I agree. Yep. Wait a minute. So, let me go up a little bit. Devontae way more consistent than Tyreek Hill. No. See, guys, I'm going to break you down. So, line Devontae Adams up at running back. When the team is shutting y'all down, like they did last week to Green Bay, can you put Devontae Adams at running back and he scored for 40 yards? Exactly. Devontae, because he got Aaron Rodgers. Imagine if Tyreek Hill had Drew Brees. Look, Pat Mahomes is good. Pat Mahomes is really good, but he's not. If he had he was getting 12 targets a game. He's not getting 12 targets. He's getting 5, 6, 7 targets, 8 targets. Then a couple games he might get 10. So let me go back. Let me read the questions in the chat. Okay, so let's see. Most channels never talk about Tyreek Hill. They bring up people who had one good game. You way better than them. Okay, make sure y'all like the stream. Appreciate that, Marvin. And Matthew says Devontae is way more consistent than Tyreek. I agree. No, I don't think he is, Matthew. But let me read the rest of the comments. He's a top 3 easy, but he is a bit overrated. Come on, Matthew. Hey, this is we just spiking up. No, bro, he's not. That's what people think because Devontae is a prototypical receiver. The game is changing, bro. It's hybrid. You got to be able to tote that thing. You see how they give the ball to Deebo Samuels and Brandon Ayuk, and they made the Super Bowl last year? That's what a receiver needs to do. It gives you better plays and better holes to run through. Old school Mike Thomas, I'm not hating. Mike Thomas is great old school receiver, but he's limited. So if I got a bad quarterback that can't get him the ball, we done. But say you got Tyreek Hill, you can line him up at running back for 6, 7 plays, and he might bust out a screen. His rookie year, Tyreek Hill had more 80-yard runs than anybody. He had 3 80-yard runs. Go research it. This guy's he's a beast. So I didn't know if he could be a number 1. I know he was dynamic. This Tyreek's on the way to be a Hall of Famer. Ain't nobody put up the yards that he's put up the way he does it, guys. And he's not gadget like you would think, or he's not consistent. Guys, if they actually said, listen, in the big games when they scared, he's going to get 12 targets. Who won that Super Bowl? The reason why they won that Super Bowl is because Tyreek had that big play. Other than that, Pat Mahomes was throwing balls in the dirt. He was missing people. He hadn't done it his whole career. Because I get it. He's new in the Super Bowl. He's young. Nerves is going. but Tyreek the one busted that game open. Surfer 69 says Tyreek is the best receiver in the league. Yes, I agree, Surfer. Strong, he is. Guys, you see how he built? He built like a running back. Fast and great. I wouldn't say great hands, but I say above average. I'm not going to say he got better hands than Devontae. He probably has, out of all the receivers, he above average. But that above average is good hands, right? And he is a smart football player. That's what people don't give him credit for. He is smart. Rex says the only reason Tyreek isn't getting Devontae numbers in fantasy is because Kelsey is also on his team too. Yes. So if they had all they had was Tyreek, he would get 14 targets. That dude would have 2,000 yards receiving. Let me see. Matthew says true. Yeah, I ain't trying to change your opinion, Matthew, but hey, this is what I do at work, bro. We debate all the time. So guys, I love this debate. It's good, bro. It's just friendly debate. And then Matthew says Devontae is the smartest player. I would say that. I give you that. Because Aaron Rodgers is your quarterback, you got to be smart. So he's a little bit smarter. But look, Andy Reid is the greatest offensive coordinator of all time. Anybody will tell you that. And he let Tyreek go and do his thing. So that tells you something. Tyreek not dumb. But I will give you that one. I give you say Devontae is just a little bit smarter. Though there's never been a better route runner. Yeah, I ain't gonna let you say that. He's a top 15, 20 route runner of all time, man. But you gotta look at Jerry Rice, bro. Jerry Rice was nasty. Chris Carter was nasty. It's been a couple great route runners out there, man. Guys that was a lot slower than Devontae, but got open almost every time. But I get what you're saying though. He's an elite route runner. Now in this NFL, he's probably number 1 or 2 route runner. Yes, I agree with that. Manuel says, "What's going on, Manuel? What's going on, bruh? He says, "Hey, bro, I'm in a half PPR. I'm up 41. He has Higgins, Big Ben, and Juju. You think I have a chance? Yes, you have a chance. Then Big Ben is scary, but Big Ben can give you 30. So you might be up like 11 or 12 at the end of the game. But hopefully Higgins, bro, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close, man, because he throwing a Juju. Juju might give you like 8 to 10 points, 15 points, maybe. So it can go close, man. But hopefully you keep Big Ben in 20s. If Big Ben only scored 25 points in fantasy, you good, Manuel. You good, bro. And Seth says, I took Derrick Henry and I don't regret it. Nope. You don't. You shouldn't regret that. Because Derrick Henry, a lot of people don't like to take him in PPR because it's a PPR thing. But when you sitting around getting 150 yards a game with 2 touchdowns, who cares about PPR? It doesn't matter. That anytime you putting up them numbers, you're gonna boom. And yes, you took him in the first round, bro. That's a smart play. See, that's not what everybody telling you to take, right? But you got a guy that stayed healthy, that played. That's why you in the probably in the championship, bro. Marvin says, yeah, same. Henry is a beast. Special One says, why did David Johnson get so many targets this week? Game script. Who knows what the coaches talked about in through the week when they was doing the game plan, right? So they probably told us, look, man, we're gonna try to get you a lot of targets. So that's what happened, bro. So we don't know. Beat writers know. People that's on the team know that they talked about getting him a lot of targets, and sometimes that even changed in the middle of the game. So that's why he got a lot of targets, man. Because you would say, well, why ain't done that the whole season? Game script. Sometimes game script does different things, and you can catch on to that sometimes, but not as much because you're not in the meetings. But sometimes you can be like, you know what? David Johnson gonna get some targets because Will Fuller out. I just believe he's gonna get some targets. So you might be off that one week, but the next week it happens. So sometimes you can catch that game flow. Surfer 69 says, Matthew, I own Devontae in my leagues. I love him, but Tyreek is just in a category by himself. Thank you. He's a hybrid. He's by himself. He can do too many playing running back. Guys, he could be a full-time running back and be like a Darren Sproles, but it'd be a lot better than Darren Sproles. I said what I said. Because he would be a little bit more bigger if you play running back. He can't get too big because he got to be able to put his hands up. Like if you notice guys, Derrick Henry and big running backs, even Barry Sanders, they don't got that radius like this. They like this because they running backs, they so compact. But Tyreek is compact, but he still got the flexibility to make those dynamic catches. So that matters too. But great statement, 69. I love that. I agree with you. It's just opinions. You know what I'm saying? But in 2 years, we'll be able to come back to this and be able to give like real tangible evidence. Surfer 69 says Tyreek can score a 90-yard touchdown, then run one for 50, then return the kickoff to the house. Each level of the game, special teams, run game, pass game. Matthew says Tyreek is the future play style of wide receivers. I agree. So Matthew, I like that. You broke it down. So we talking about two different things. Prototypical, no. Prototypical is Devontae, somebody like that. That is the number one receiver. But the hybrids, the new receivers, the way the NFL is playing now, you're right, Tyreek. But listen, the NFL waited too late to do this. Matthew, they waited too late to do this. College men doing it. Why you think they hired Cliff Kingsbury to be the coach for the Arizona Cardinals? Because they knew this is what the game is going. Why they didn't hire college coaches like in the late 90s? They were scared. See, NFL, you think this is the best coaches? No, it's like a country club that keep hiring the same people because they're family and their family and their family. And then somebody says, you know what? I'm going outside the country club and I'm going to hire this guy because I think he's very smart. They're like, well, why? He's not been here. He doesn't know. And he goes there and changes the whole atmosphere for the future for the whole world because he did something different. This is what the time in the NFL. That's why I'm mad at my Cowboys. We need to go get a college coach, spread it out, run that quarterback choice. Philly's doing it. This is where the game is going. So this is the new NFL. But they want to be stuck in now you can have a Derrick Henry type player and win. You could always do. It's like basketball. You can still take a Shaquille O'Neal today and win. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, so you could take a Derrick Henry and win. But if you don't got the perfect offensive line and the perfect back, then it's not going to happen with Derrick Henry. So a lot of teams try to do what Derrick Henry does, but they don't have Derrick Henry. But how you can still be relevant no matter who you got when you have a scheme like Kyle Shanahan. Like that's why he's not paying a running back because he can get them down a dozen. So what he's paying is quarterbacks and cornerbacks and quarterbacks. So that's what the game has changed, man. It's just so much different. And the teams that are going to be left behind are the ones that are not going to go and try to draft these new type of players and play it different. Like you want Kyler Murray to be on the center? No, he needs to be in shotgun. But the old school NFL will put him on the center. And then Kyler Murray will be a bust. But why is Kyler Murray booming now? Yeah, the rules changed a little bit with like the bumper run, but it's because they're like, guys, we can play this way. That's why Lamar Jackson won MVP. Nobody thought you could do that. Yes, you can do it. Look at all the other. Look at Vince Young. Vince Young's career was ruined because of dumbass coaches that don't want to think outside the box. And you got Vince Young up on the center. For what? This dude he was the best quarterback choice reader that it was in the game for years. But his career was sabotaged. So guys, I got off on a tangent, but I just want to give y'all like what's going on in the NFL, what players you should be drafting. So let me see. So yeah, Isaac,